So people want to come back to the positive drug test of Canelo. This is a response to a comment about Canelo testing positive for clenbuterol. There's no denying that, and I was the first one to get on him for doing it. I didn't buy the immediate excuse. He just got caught, but that's over with. He did a 6-month suspension. But since then, Canelo's enrolled in VADA year-round testing. Random testing, that is. And this comment sounds like it's from an LDBC or a PBC supporter.
I'm a fan of Canelo. I'm not a fanboy. Meaning, if he pisses hot, it's not my job to defend him. I'm not his mother, father, or wife. I don't get emotionally tied to fighters like that. I like them. They do wrong, I'm on them. And all the Canelo fans I know, no one defends him on this. No one buys the meat excuse. But he recovered. He paid his dues, and now he's the king of boxing once again. The other comment was Canelo has judges in the back pocket and he has PEDs. The PED part I don't know about because Canelo does VADA testing year round now, unlike Spence. Now he has judges in his back pocket. Does Spence have judges in his back pocket? Because a lot of people thought Porter beat Spence. And what about Deontay Wilder? A lot of people thought Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. He got a gifted draw. So, I mean, you want to talk about judges? As long as I've been watching boxing, you had to beat the champion conventionally to beat them. I can remember Frankie Randall fighting Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez was getting beat. But if Frankie Randall did not come down that one time, Frankie Randall would have lost that fight. I can remember when De La Hoya fought Ike Corte. Ike Corte, a lot of people thought won the fight, but it was a close fight, and De La Hoya got the extra knockdown, so they gave it to De La Hoya. De La Hoya was the big pay-per-view star, and he was a champion, so he got the nod. So I just gave you a couple examples. Mayweather's another guy you got to really beat to get a decision, but I guess all those guys got judges in their back pockets. Canelo always fights guys at the end of their careers. Golovkin wasn't the end of his career, neither was Danny Jacobs. Meanwhile, Spence is fighting Chris Algieri and Lamont Peterson, two fighters that need to retire. Not mentioning the bust-up Kell Brooks, a lightweight in Mikey Garcia, and a fight a lot of people thought he lost against Sean Porter. No one's hating on Spence because I said Spence is a good fighter. He's just not special. I think Canelo could be on heroin and still knock out Spence. And you said he's draining himself to make weight. Have you ever asked yourself why is he draining himself to make weight? Why don't you just move up to 160? The reason why he's draining himself at 147 because he doesn't want to fight at 160. Because he knows nothing but savages up there. And we all know, and some of the fanboys don't like to hear this, but Errol Spence's punching power is overrated. So he's going to stay at 147 for a minute and be a weight bully. Fight all the small welterweights, probably bring a couple of junior welterweights up and fight them. And avoid Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford can't get any smoke. Terrence Crawford's got a nicotine patch on his arm right now because he can't get any smoke. I hear it over and over again whining about Terrence Crawford don't fight anybody. But he tried to get smoke from the PBC fighters and they went cold turkey. So who's he supposed to fight? The last question was, why would Canelo fight Triple G? He has nothing to offer him. That's not true. Because if Canelo wants to be undisputed middleweight champion at middleweight, Triple G has the IBF belt. So you have to see Triple G to get that belt. And not just that, the Zone assigned Triple G to a 3-fight deal. The last fight of that deal was supposed to be against Canelo, and that's supposed to be in 2020. So I'll be very surprised if that fight doesn't happen in 2020, maybe September. The last thing I want to touch on is a rehydration clause. Yes, Canelo's been in a lot of fights with a rehydration clause. I have no problem with the rehydration clause because he shouldn't gain 10 pounds in 12 hours. The weight limit is 175. All Sergio Kovalev had to do was come in at 185, then go get a Grand Slam breakfast. If he trained properly, it shouldn't be a problem. Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather did catch weights. I think catch weights are worse than rehydration clauses. A catch weight can make you come under the limit. Like if a fighter's used to fighting at 147, Mayweather can make a clause at 145. Let's fight at 145. And those extra 2 pounds could hurt the other fighter, can weaken them. But in a rehydration clause, you come in the weight limit, you just can't pile on weight 12 hours later. If you weigh 175, you can't 12 hours later come into 200 pounds. That's ridiculous. Leave your comments below. Jay Beezy. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.